PFF is running one of their biggest sales ever. 40% off a PFF Plus subscription right now using the promo code BLACKFRIDAY. That means that you get everything fully unlocked. You get the grades, you get the stats, you get all the fantasy advice, the betting advice, which our new player prop tool is available on web as well to make you a smarter, better. You've got all of the draft analysis, the free agency analysis, all of that great stuff. Subscribe.pff.com to get 40% off a year-long PFF Plus subscription. Get it now. San Francisco 49ers coming off a Monday Night Football win, traveling to Cleveland to take on another team coming off a big-time win in the Cleveland Browns. Let's talk about the Cleveland Browns here to start, Dalton. What do you got?
Well, of course, the spotlight will be on Shedeur Sanders coming off his first NFL start, first NFL win, and he looked okay outside of the really bad interception he threw to Charles Snowden in the first half. He was okay. He did the fundamental things that allowed the offense to at least function, which in Cleveland is at times feels like a miracle, right, just to see a functional offense. But you're talking about going against a Raider team that was also really struggling, and Quinshon Judkins also ran for 2 touchdowns, and I think that's where the 49ers focus has to start. We've been talking about this Niners run defense all year, and defensive line hasn't been great, been really banged up, but the second level guys have been able to make tackles and prevent explosive runs. So when you look at Quinshon Judkins, you look at 2 things: yards after contact and explosive runs. He's 10th in the NFL right now in yards after contact per carry, 3.4 yards after contact per carry, and 17th in explosive runs. You look at the Niners run defense, they allow the 5th fewest yards after contact per carry and the 6th lowest explosive run rate at just 9.4%. I think it's really simple here. Stop the run. Don't let Judkins go for 100 plus and score a couple touchdowns. Make Shedeur Sanders beat you. Make the offensive line beat you. Make the receiving core beat you, right? I mean, obviously he's in the spotlight. The home crowd is going to be charged up with him out there, but I would much rather the Browns beat me throwing the football, regardless of who their quarterback is, than I would having Judkins run me over in the run game.
Yep, I think that's certainly the recipe that they're going to go into this game with. On the other side of things, man, Cleveland all year long felt like just had one of the best defenses in the NFL. Obviously, Myles Garrett and his season speaks for itself. It's historic. It's Defensive Player of the Year worthy. Feels like we're well on our way to both of those things. And, you know, when it comes to the 49ers and Brock Purdy, over the last 2 games, Brock Purdy's got 5 turnover-worthy plays and 1 big-time throw. When you look at his passing grade beyond 10 yards over the last 2 weeks since he's been back in that lineup, 46.0 passing grade. I mean, like, that's just – I think that Purdy sort of gets this label as this gunslinger, but I think anybody would tell you, like, it's not like he has a great NFL arm. And in fact, I would tell you that Purdy has probably the lowest tier of arm talent that you would need to start at the NFL level. What he does is he wins a lot with anticipation. You know, he's able to throw touch passes very, very well. But over these last 5 weeks, you have seen him put the ball in harm's way way too easily, especially last Monday against Carolina with all of those interceptions. And even the week before, we talked about this on the review show on Monday. There were a couple of passes where he didn't have any interceptions, I believe, 2 weeks ago, but there were 2 passes specifically where you go, okay, these easily could have been picked off if the defender was sort of in a different situation. I think 2 guys were maybe there at the same time on one of them, and I can't remember what the second one was, but he has been putting the ball in harm's way, and I don't love it. I just don't love how he is seeing the field right now. I think it's going to make for a much closer game because this is a defense that is aggressive. They've got players in the secondary that know how to create those turnovers and change those turnover-worthy plays to actual turnovers, especially when you get the pressure that Cleveland's able to generate up front. I think this is going to be a very low-scoring type of a game. The over-under of 36.5 certainly speaks to that as well. And I'm going to go with a number that's right around where the line is at the Niners being favored by 4.5. I'm going to go San Francisco 17, Cleveland 13, but I think this is an absolute defensive slugfest here, Dalton.
I'm with you. I think it could be even reminiscent of a game, I believe it was 2 years ago, where the 49ers, yes, they went into Cleveland and lost 19-17. Now, I'm going to take San Francisco to win, but I'm with you. In Cleveland, this is a very dangerous game. The Browns can match the 49ers in the run game, which actually hasn't been that efficient this year. And you mentioned Brock Purdy. Of his 8 turnover-worthy plays this season, 6 of them have come on passes of 20 or more air yards, 6 of them on the deep ball. So the deep ball is really not working for him. And against a Browns team that plays more man coverage than any team in the league, he's going to have to make some tight window throws, or it could be a struggle. I'm taking the Niners in a very low scoring game because I still don't believe in this Cleveland offense very much. 49ers 14-10.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 14-10. I think it's going to be a low scoring affair. It really, to be honest with you, this game really actually to me comes down to Shedeur Sanders. Now, you sit there and be like, oh, that's an obvious because he plays quarterback. But if Shedeur stacks what he did last week and is better, like gets better, more comfortable, hits a couple more throws of 15 or more yards, even again, if it's just a couple more, I really do think Cleveland's got a chance to upset the Niners in this game. But it will require Sanders, again, taking a next step from what he did the previous week. If he's able to do that, man, I think that they could absolutely get the upset.
I think a big factor there too is he's really been struggling against the blitz. But like the Raiders last week, the Niners have one of the lowest blitz rates in the league.
Yeah, they
really,
just don't do it.
Not a whole. Yeah, Robert Saleh just doesn't blitz quarterbacks a whole lot, and I would assume he's probably not going to in this game. He loves believing in his 4 guys up front that can rush the passer. And against the Browns' offensive line, I get it, but maybe Shedeur's got at least some window of opportunity against another team that doesn't blitz a whole lot either.